All right, I am Ashton Dixon, and I am here with.
Jack Vermouth.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a few questions about music.
All right.
All right. My first question is, what type of band are you in?
I'm in a rock band. We typically play anything from 80s rock to modern rock.
Okay, that's nice. Why are you in a band? Well, what made you get into a band?
I wanted to join a band ever since I was little. I've always wanted to be a musician, and rock and roll has always had like a soft spot in my heart. And when I met these guys and I started playing with them, it just seemed like the right fit.
Yeah. It's nice. Do you play any instruments?
I play the bass guitar.
Alright, so what made you get into like?
Well, I originally started on saxophone, but then I joined orchestra and they put me on the upright bass since they didn't have any. So I started playing the bass guitar just for fun, essentially applying what I learned from the upright, and here I am.
Okay. Well, you did say you started playing the sax, but do you know any other instruments?
I can also play guitar, piano, and cello.
Ooh, that's nice. I want to learn how to play the piano. What was the first song you learned how to play?
The first song I learned how to play on the bass was Higher Ground by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. On the guitar was Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses.
I only know like a few songs by Guns N' Roses. I have a t-shirt from Guns N' Roses. Okay. What is your favorite genre of music and why?
My favorite genre of music is going to have to be funk or R&B.
Alright, why those?
Just because the amount of emotion, the amount of soul that goes into making that music, you can definitely feel it. You can definitely feel the passion behind every note.
Yeah. Okay. What's your dream venue to play with your band?
I'd have to say Madison Square Garden in New York.
Okay, makes sense. Well, there's no any follow-up questions after that one because that's Madison Square Garden. Who would not want to play there?
Right.
Makes sense. All right. When do you normally listen to music?
I usually listen to music all the time. I'm always trying to learn from it, always trying to grow from it, always trying to definitely listen to the stories that they're trying to be told, because hopefully it'll make me a better person.
Okay. To go off of that one, do you use music for like different moods?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I definitely have several mood playlists.
Okay, makes sense. Do you write music?
I do. I write music almost as much as I listen to it. I always write music when I'm with the band. I'm always writing music just in general. If it's lyrics or if it's a bass line or if it's chords or a drum beat or whatever, I'm always writing.
All right. Is it difficult writing music?
It can be. Sometimes when you want to do something something extravagant or something weird, it can be different writing something that people have never heard before, It could be different. It can be hard to just write these odd things that you want to hear.
Makes sense. Who's your favorite musician?
My favorite musician, it's gonna have to be Flea, the bass player from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay. All right. Any favorite album out of all time?
Favorite album? Oh god, that's a hard one. Mothership by Parliament Funkadelic is always good. Stadium Arcadium by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Artificial Selection by Dance Gavin Dance. By Charles Mingus. Any of what I just named off are all great albums.
All right, so you say you have a lot of time on your hands writing music, making music. You're always with your band. How often do you practice?
I practice whenever I can. I like to practice at least 6 hours a week. But recently I've been practicing a lot more. I've been practicing about an hour or two a day, just trying to get better.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get better, so practice makes perfect, right?
Right.
Makes sense. Do you teach music?
Yeah, I've taught a few lessons before. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to actually teaching music. It's a difficult process. You can't just because you know what you're doing doesn't mean you're qualified to teach it.
That's true.
You have to learn how to teach something.
Yeah, that's true. All right, last question. How do you balance music with any other obligations you have, like and stuff?
It's definitely a struggle. I have my work obligations, I have my fraternity obligations, I have school obligations, and I have music obligations. It's just a bunch of time management, and really, like, music is what I do in my free time. It's my passion, it's my hobby, and really just whenever I have any free time, it's always taken up by music.
That's good. All right, well, that's the end of our interview, and again, Ashton Dixon and
Jack Vermouth.
all right, and thank you.